Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today in the news, Bharat will chair G20 presidency and G20 meet in 2023. Today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the logo, theme, and website of the Bharat G20 presidency. And Dr. Jaishankar and Russia counterpart meet today in Russia. Dr. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister of Bharat, is on tour, two-day tour in Russia with just all the uh, discussion on the uh, trade part. So this is a very important news from the both news. I'm going to just first. I'm going to talk about the G20 just to see the logo and the prime speech. The Vastav Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. The unique one, and I'm just going to elaborate the news in detail now. Just you see how our prime minister just uh, unveil the logo, unveils the logo, theme, and website of India's G20 presidency via video conferencing. Notion of universal brotherhood is being reflected via G20 logo. The lotus in the logo, G20 symbol of hope in these tough times. G20 presidency is not a merely diplomatic meeting for Bharat. It's a new responsibility and measure of the world trust in Bharat. When we strive for our progress, we also envision global progress. Environment is a global cause for us and as well personal responsibility. It will be our effort and that there should be no first world or third world, but only one world. So our G20 mantra is one earth, one family, one future. That is called our the Vedic truth, Vasudev Kutumbakam. This define that is the real meaning. G20 will not be limited to Delhi or few places. Every citizen, state government, and political party should participate in it. So this is for the country. This is for the Bharat. As we should know, we should understand. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the logo, theme, and website of Bharat G20 presidency via video conference today. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister remarked that from 1st December 2022, Bharat will preside over a G20 summit and it is a historic opportunity for the country. This is the first time after this, the formation of 1999 G20, really Prime Minister was saying, the first time in the independent Bharat history. The Prime Minister said G20 is a premier forum for international economic cooperation, representing around 85% of global GDP and 75% of worldwide trade, and about two-thirds of world population. Calling this a momentous occasion, the Prime State Presidency of G20 during the year of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a matter of pride for every Bharatiya. Prime Minister expressed happiness over the growing interest and activities from G20 and related events. Highlighting the contribution of citizens in the launch of G20 logo, the Prime Minister said the government received thousands of creative ideas for the logo. The Prime Minister thanked everyone for their support and said that these suggestions are becoming the face of global events. Remarking the G20 logo is not just any logo. Prime Minister Modi said this is a message, a feeling that runs the Bharat veins. He said it's a resolve that has been omnipresent in our thoughts through Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. He further added the thoughts of universal brotherhood is being reflected via G20 logo. The lotus in the logo symbolizes Bharat's ancient heritage, faith, and thought. The philosophy of Advait, the Prime Minister Modi said, emphasizes the oneness of all creatures and philosophy will be the medium of resolution of today's conflicts. The logo and theme represent many key messages from Bharat. Message from Buddha for freedom from war. Mahatma Gandhi's solution in the face of violence through G20. Bharat is giving them a new height. He said, Prime Minister remarked that the Bharat's G20 presidency is coming at a time of crisis and chaos. He underlined that world is dealing with their after effects of the disruptive one in a country, global pandemic, conflicts, and lots of economic uncertainty. The lotus in the logo G20 symbol of hope in such tough times. He said, Prime Minister remarked that even the world in a deep crisis, we can still progress to make it a better place. Throwing light on the culture of India, The Prime Minister mentioned that both the goddesses of knowledge and prosperity are seated on a lotus. The Prime Minister pointed out the earth that is placed on a lotus in the logo of G20, said the shared knowledge helps us overcoming difficult circumstances, while shared prosperity enables us to reach that last mile. He further explained the significance of the seven petals of the lotus, which represent the seven continents and seven universal musical notes. He added, when the seven musical notes come together, they create perfect harmony. Sri Modi, Narendra Bhai Modi said, the G20 aims to bring the world together in harmony while respecting diversity. That is really great. The Prime Minister said the summit is not merely a diplomatic meeting. Bharat takes its new responsibility and the world's trust in it. Today, there is an unprecedented curiosity in the world to know and understand Bharat. Today, Bharat is being studied in a new light. Our current successes are being assessed, and unprecedented hopes are being expressed about our future. He continued, in such an atmosphere, it is a responsibility of citizens to go beyond these expectations, acquaint the world with Bharat's capabilities, philosophy, social and intellectual strength. We have to unite everyone and energize them for their responsibility towards the world, he added. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, there is a journey of thousands of years for Bharat to reach this stage today. We have seen height of prosperity and also darkest phase in global history. Bharat has reached there along with the history of many invaders and their tyranny. Those experiences are the biggest strength in the Bharat development journey today. After independence, we started a big journey starting from zero, aiming for the top. This includes the efforts of all government in last 25 years. All the governments sitting together in their own way tried to Bharat forward. We have to move forward with this spirit today, with new energy, taking the whole world along. So this is a really nice statement by the Prime Minister. So we can understand it. So this is a theory of positivity. He's going to the underline great. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi underlined the key lesson for Bharat culture. When we strive for our progress, we also envision global progress. He said, and he also dwelled the democratic heritage of India, Bharat civilization. He pointed out Bharat is such a rich and living democracy of the world. We have the values and proud tradition, a form of mother democracy. Bharat has a much uniqueness and its diversity. Democracy, diversity, indigenous approach, inclusive thinking, local lifestyle, global thoughts to the world seeing solution to all challenges in this idea, he added. Apart from democracy, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also put forward Bharat's efforts in the field of sustainable development. That is the goal of United Nations. We make to make we have to make, as you said, we have to make sustainable development a part of individual life rather than just a system of government. The environment is a global cause for us as well as personal responsibility, the Prime Minister emphasized. He also highlighted the contribution of Ayurveda and noted global enthusiasm of yoga and, of course, grains. The Prime Minister Narendra said the many of India Bharat's achievements can be used by the country of the world. The use of digital technology in development, inclusion, removal of corruption, improving ease of doing business and ease of living can be templates for many countries. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi also highlighted Bharat women empowerment, women-led development, and uh, uh, financial inclusion through the Jan Dhan account will reach the world through the opportunity G20 presidency. Prime Minister pointed out the world is looking with hope towards collective leadership where the G7, G77 or UNGA. In such a situation, Bharat presidency of G20 assume a new significance. So we can understand it, how just he is trying to elaborate how he is going to do it. So, uh, and uh, he elaborated in Bharat maintains close relationship with the developed countries on the one hand, and same time understand and express the views of developing countries as well. It is on this basis that we'll build the blueprint of our G20 presidency together with all the friends of Global South who have been Bharat's co-traveler on the path of development for decades. He added, the Prime Minister highlighted Bharat's endeavor and there should be no first world, third world or second world, only one world. Furthering Bharat vision and common objective, bringing the world whole world together for a better future. Prime Minister gave examples of one sun, one world, one greed, which has been Bharat clarion call for revolution of world renewable energy and the global health campaign on One Earth, One Health. He further added the G20 mantra is one earth, one family, one future. It is these thoughts and values of Bharat that pave the way for the welfare of the world. He continued, I am sure the event will not only be memorable one for Bharat, but the future will also assess it is a momentous occasion in the history of world. Pointing out G20 is not only solely the event of central government, the Prime Minister requested the state governments as well as the political parties to actively take part in this endeavor. He said that event is organized by the Bharatiya and G20 is a great opportunity for us to showcase a glimpse of our tradition of guest is God. He informed that the events related to G20 will not be limited to Delhi or the few places, but programs will be held in every corner of the country. Each of our state its own characteristic heritage, culture, beauty, aura, and hospitality. Prime Minister remembered the remark. The Prime Minister gave example the hospitality of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand remarked in the hospitality and diversity and visit the world, and also North and East state. So Prime Minister informed that he'll be heading to Indonesia next week for the formal announcement, Bharat G20 presidency and urged all the states and state government of Bharat to further their roles in this regard as much possible. All the citizens and intellectuals of the country should come forward to the part of the event. He added, he also urged one all to send their suggestion, express their views on the newly launched G20 website, how in Bharat can maximize the role welfare of the world. It will give the new heights of success. The event like G20, he concluded, I am sure the event will not only memorable one for Bharat, but also future will be assessed in a momentous occasion in the history of world. So, guided by the Prime Minister vision, Bharat foreign policy involving and undertaking the leadership roles of global state. Significant step in the direction. Bharat will assume G20 presidency on the 1st December 2022, and as he tweeted, just like all uh, uh, हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश एंड रियली G20 का लोगो प्रतीक चिन्ह नहीं है, ये संदेश है, ये भावना है, हमारे रगों में है, ये संकल्प है जो हमारे सोच में शामिल रहा है। वसुदेव कुटुंबकम मंत्र के जरिए विश्व दुख की जिस भावना को हम जीते आए हैं, ये विचार इस लोगो और थीम में प्रतिबिंबित हो रहा है। इस लोगों में कमल का फूल भारत की पौराणिक धरोहर, हमारी आस्था, हमारी बौद्धिकता को चित्रित कर रहा है। So we can understand the world going through the after effects of disruptive ones in the country pandemic. Conflict, lot of economic uncertainty, the symbol of Lotus, the G20 logo, the represents of hope in these times, no matter how adverse circumstances, Lotus still blooms. So we can understand. And the other way, the India, Bharat is the mother of democracy, and Lotus is also, if say politically, so also symbol of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whatever we make that story, but this is the country, this is our uh, uh, national flower also. So we can understand how the party is growing, government is growing, all are growing, country should grow as we think and we should think it. So this time of break, and after break, we will come to other news and we'll discuss more. Just welcome up the break, and we are talking about the news. Now, this is the news of Mr. Lavarov and Mr. Dr. Ajay Shankar. He met today in Russia and talked about the bilateral relationship, bilateral trade, and so many things to importance to focus how Bharat is going strong. And he said, whatever America and who said, whatever, but they will do the business for the on term, for on condition. So, as he said, and in the strong and continued contact with Russia, and he have successfully steady and time-tested relationship, and the objective now has a balanced, mutually beneficial, and long-term engagement in the backdrop of increasing economic cooperation. So, yeah, today talks with the Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Moscow. That is a very successful meeting, and Russian while he said it's already will going, and uh, he says would like to keep the going, and as he reformed strong ties with Moscow, described the country as a steady and time-tested partner. Jaishankar made the remark joint press conference along with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and he had all the trade balances, and he also say we'll do the whatever business on our terms, either America or anybody country say that this is our will dictable terms, and this is a very strong signal to how we'll gain the profit. Whoever gain the profit will see them. So we can understand how it will go and how should go, how will they do or not. So this is a very important uh, uh, decision of the government of India, how they made it, and if you see like that, and he also talked about the Afghanistan, how Bharat has supported Afghanistan always on the charm of humanity, on the food and the vaccine and the medicines, but international affairs, most countries are doing the what best. We should understand, and they also discussion on the Ukraine struggle and terrorists and how they are going on, and the stand of Bharat. His stand is clear. We are just all we are friends to all countries and should be now. So that is the main thing, and how G20 are going now. This is a magic of our Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi. How it is country is growing, how country will grow. So we can understand the sensitivity of relationship and western part, and how our the trade partner who are going will do the business will do either to whom it may concern. This is our thinking. This is our style of business. So nice of you. Just you listen our news and keep in touch. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.